What's up, y'all? Straight to the point, sports and entertainment. Hit the like button. Sub to this channel if you're not a member. Also hit them notifications too. And be sure you're sharing this video too as well, okay? Good morning to everybody. Let's go ahead and jump right into this thing, man. Shout out to the whole entire Lions Den, basketball as well as boxing communities. And shout out to all of my subs that's rocking with me. The ones from day one. 10 toes down, and all of my new subs too as well. I appreciate the love and support. Let's go ahead and talk about this right now. We're talking boxing right now. We're jumping straight into everything. Now, I'm hearing a lot of rumors, and because that's what they are, they're rumors and people that are prisoners of the moment, that hey, what's up with it, Mike? That T-Bud is gonna cut off Bomac, which we all know is really silly to do. Oh man. That's what the rumors are. It's a perfect time. This is the thing that we got to understand, okay? Terrence Crawford and Bomac have been successful together all this time. So it would be very stupid of him to cut off a trainer, even though that, you know, he's evolving. What's up, Ted? Even though he's evolving in the divisions, it would be very silly of him to cut off a trainer like Bomac. And although Bomac is not, he doesn't appear to be a trainer, like, because of, you know, how he looks and everything, really, honestly, that has nothing to do with it, because there have been many trainers over time that when you look at them, it doesn't necessarily look, they don't necessarily look like your average trainer or whatnot. And I think it would be very silly. Now, people that's criticizing Bomac or whatever, because, you know, you know, a lot of people joking on Bomac and everything, but he's been successful at what he's been doing. I mean, you got a guy in Terrence Crawford that a lot of people were doubting. Everybody doubted Bomac as a trainer, and they still keep being successful regardless of what you say. Terrence Crawford has really never got this much attention. The only time that he got a lot of attention is when they would either talk about Errol Spence or they had something negative to say about Terrence Crawford. Other than that, before the Errol Spence fight, Terrence Crawford really didn't get his flowers like he was supposed to. Now they're turning it back into a negative now, saying that, you know, he should change his trainer, and as he goes to, you know, because he didn't knock the guy out, because he ended the streak of 11 fights of having a knockout. Now all of a sudden they want him to change trainer. I think it's really stupid, really dumb. And that just proves that people are prisoners of the moment and they don't have their own way of thinking. Listen, man, we all knew that going into this fight, that T-Bud, well, at least I knew, he wasn't just going to come in and knock people out, all right? That's, if you really think that, you're just a casual, and you really don't know the sport of boxing because that wasn't going to happen. That was not going to happen at all. And the fact that y'all want, they want Chief Bud to get rid of Bomac. That says a lot about what type of society that we're living in. He won the fight, hands down. Now, even if he lost, let's say, out of some wild imagination that because I knew he wasn't gonna lose, but let's just say he did lose. Even still, I would not make any type of suggestion to changing his trainer or whatnot, because that you're gonna have to learn that other guy, that trainer's style. That trainer might be, it's gonna possibly be different from the other trainer. They're gonna have to learn new things and stuff, and then you're gonna have to implement them not only in sparring, but you also got to implement them in an actual fight to know what works and know what doesn't work. And he's grown as a fighter. He's watched T-Bud grow up. So why is he gonna cut off a trainer in which they have grown together and they've been successful together? It makes absolutely no sense. Now, do I believe that Bomac can pull off the unthinkable and possibly beat Canelo Alvarez? Well, it'll be Bud in the ring, but he's still got to train him to get ready. He could possibly do that. No, he wasn't. You said that yesterday. He wasn't out of shape. That's the thing. There are a lot of things about Bud, but he was not out of shape. He probably looked out of shape to you, Ted, because you gotta understand, man. He's coming from welter and he's coming from lightweight, man. Now he's starting to enter in, to the middle, like middleweight, man. Like you're talking about going up to 154, 160, then possibly 168. Of course he's gonna look like that because the guys are heavier, okay? And on top of that, he put on some pounds too. I mean, you went from training with guys that are in lightweight to training with Andre Ward. He wasn't out of shape. It's a whole different ball game when you step up. Now he might have not been quite acclimated to the 154 154 style in terms of him going up there and everything, but I'll put to you like this: who was in better shape, Big Baby or Chance Bud Crawford? You see what I'm saying? Who was in better shape? What's up with it, Stephen Green? Will Crawford need a lot of work to improve in a new weight class. Bud is stupid to get rid of Bomac. Work on his punching power. Well, he already has the punching power. I mean, he's got the punching power. Matter of fact, uh, you could see the respectable power that he had. It's just that they're gonna eat his punches more so in 154 than they were like in one 150 or 147. It's a big difference, man. I don't but yeah, he shouldn't get rid of Bowman. That would be dumb, and he'll be all right. Cause the one thing that because you got to understand that I want to go back to what Chad was saying. Listen, he's not out of shape because he doesn't drink, he doesn't smoke. He's a gym rat. Chance Crawford is. You're talking about a guy, Chad. You're talking about a guy that could deadlift over 450 pounds, man. That's not out of shape. Only Chance Crawford weighing like 180 something at the time. He was weighing like I think it was like 170, 180 when he deadlifted. When he deadlifted over 400 pounds. Like, do you know how that you gotta be in incredible shape to do that? So no, Terrence Crawford is not out of shape by any means. Now, if you looked at Errol Spence, you could have said that about Errol Spence when they fought. You know? Come on. I mean, look, like you're looking at okay. Like in no way did he look gassed or did he look out of breath or anything like that. No, he didn't. He was in good. He was in good shape. For him not fighting for quite some time, he was in good shape. Now, of course, it's going to be a little bit of rust. Did I see a little bit of rust? Yeah, but that's natural. You know, he hadn't been in there, but I mean, I'd say he shook off the rust like throughout the fight. But the next fight's going to be even better. All you need, it's like in football. All you need to do is just get hit. You need to get hit a couple of times. And what a lot of people don't understand that T. Bud, he thrives off of somebody hitting him. That's how he gets better when you hit him. That's why he's a vicious counter puncher. Now, in terms of him surviving Canelo, I think that's the one thing that could well, besides his accuracy on his punches, I think those are the couple of things that can actually make or break that fight. Is the fact that he's a vicious counter puncher. He's got an answer for everything. You said if I would fight two top 15 middleweight. Well, Jerron Boots in it. I think I know a lot of people are against it, but I think that would be a great fight because Jerron Boots, he wants all the smoke. He wants all the smoke. What's up, Jelly Bean? I see you in here, man. He wants all the smoke, and I think it would be a great thing for him to fight him. It would be a great thing added to his resume because he fought a guy who's hungry, who's young in the game, in his prime, in Jerron Boots Ennis. And of course, T. Bud is at his peak. He's at his peak powers. I don't see any slippage happening with T. Bud. There's no slippage happening. Yeah, exactly. He's very intelligent, and a lot of people don't understand that T Bud is patient, and that's the thing about okay. If you look at how Madrimov, how Israel Madrimov fought, he wasn't really patient. He was trying to, pretty much throw everything, seeing if this works, trying to find all sorts of different angles, coming with the herky jerk, stuff like that. Canelo's not like that. Canelo is flat footed, okay, and he's extremely, extremely patient. That's one of the things I like about Canelo. He's like really, really patient. Like that's why I like Tony James Tony. He was like really, really patient. Um, Muhammad Ali. When like the older version, not the down the hill version of Muhammad Ali, but the older version when after he changed his name to Muhammad Ali, Muhammad Ali became even more patient. Patience is a virtue. Lennox Lewis, he was another guy that was real patient. And when you combine patience and intelligence together, oh man, that's a recipe for success, man. And some people may like it. Mayweather was real patient. He was extremely, extremely patient because you got to have a lot of patience in order to fight, be a defensive fighter. Anyway, Pernell Whitaker was real patient. But on the flip side, Tommy Hitman Hearns, he wasn't patient. Marvin Hagler, he wasn't patient. You know what I'm saying? These guys wanted, Tyson. He wasn't patient. Tyson wanted to get you up out of there right away. you know. But yeah, Bud was, he's real patient. But it'd be stupid to go ahead and get rid of him, though. Um, was up in there. To beat Crawford, a fighter would have to save all the energy in later rounds. Yeah, that's a good point, but I mean, you still gotta have some sort of, your fundamentals got to come into play too. You can't just say, hey, I'm gonna save all my energy and all this other stuff. What's up with it, Alex? I see you in here, bro. Yeah, you do, man. Man. Sean Porter. Sean Porter actually could have won. He actually could have won the fight, man. A lot of people don't understand that. Sean Porter could have actually won the fight. That's a fight that stands out in my mind. When we talk about the Sean Porter fight, the one where Kenny Porter, he actually, he threw in the towel. Everybody was complaining about it, but um, everybody, that's a big argument, about him throwing, him going out on his shield and all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's not gonna happen. And Bomac said that it's not gonna happen, Stephen. I mean, Earl Spence, man, that's going to take a hit. That's going to take a little. He's still going to be a Hall of Famer, but that's going to take a hit to his legacy, man. Because a lot of people wanted to see him get that get back, man. And the fact that you want to fight somebody else after Bud has been trying, Bud got other things to accomplish. You know, that's why he's won my respect more and more. My level of respect elevated for T Bud. My level of respect elevated for T Bud after that, man. Because he's sitting there waiting. Earl Spence, and I said it like a lot of people were like, Earl Spence, if you're not gonna fight Terrence Crawford, just go ahead and retire. Point blank, period. Talk about Tom Brady. Talk about Tom Brady. Tom Brady talking about coming back, man. We got football coming right around the corner, man. We got football coming right around the corner. Tom Brady is eyeing a comeback with the 49ers, man. We know Tom Brady, he's almost 50 years old. I like Tom Brady, man, but Tom Brady need to sit his ass down, man. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I know he's in great, he's in great condition, he's in great shape, but it's time to go ahead, man. Man, this game, at this stage of the game, what are you really doing it for, and what do you have to prove? Are you trying to prove that you could get it done at your elder age? Because if you're trying to do that, guys are going to be trying to really get your ass up out of there, to be honest with you. I know it's heartless and everything, but they don't care about what you've done in the past or who you are or anything like that. These young guys, especially in the sport like football, they don't care if you're Tom Brady or if you're considered the GOAT or anything like that. If anything, man, they trying to have that notch up under that linebacker, that defensive end, that pass rusher. They're trying to have that notch. They want to have that on their resume, that they took you out of the game. They want to say, hey, look, I was the one that ended Tom Brady's career. Yeah, and I like Tom Brady. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want people to understand, man. I don't have nothing against Tom Brady on this channel. All that Spygate and all that other BS. Tom Brady had bounced back and proved that he wasn't no cheater, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he proved that he was able to come. Listen, every Tom, the odds had always been stacked against Tom Brady. And is he my favorite quarterback? No. Matter of fact, he's not even my style of quarterback. I don't even like the way he plays the quarterback position. But you gotta give him his just due. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're gonna call Dak Prescott a game manager, what do you think Tom Brady was? He was a game manager. Man, yeah, man, he gotta sit down, man, with all that. Yeah, man, he too, like, right now, man, like, you're not, like, as a quarterback, at your age, you're not gonna win any championship. Slap yourself, Steven. Yeah, we know you capping, man. Yeah, you saying anything for shock value right now. I'm not even gonna respond to that because you capping. Tom Brady wasn't trash, man, or wasn't a bum. Wasn't no bum at all. If he's a bum, uh, Aaron Rodgers is definitely homeless. He's in a homeless shelter. Like Tom Brady has pretty much beat all of the great quarterbacks. Better than Peyton Manning. He was better than Aaron Rodgers, right? He beat Mahomes. I mean, he beat old quarterbacks and new quarterbacks. He beat you know he beat if Brady wasn't Patriot, he wouldn't have never be heard of. That's not true. That's not true at all. What happened when Tom Brady left the Patriots? I'll wait. You so easy, man. Like that, you got to come stronger than that, Steven. Come better than that, bro. You got to come stronger than that. Listen, what happened when he went to Tampa Bay? Barely didn't even he didn't have Bill Belichick's offense or his any type of defense like that in Tampa Bay. He had to learn a whole new system. And as a matter of fact, they were when his first season when he got there to Tampa Bay. We started off horrible. A lot of people were saying Tom Brady should go back into retirement, and guess what? Ended up coming back. He caught fire, came back, got a ring. Exactly. Beat him twice, man. But why do you think who do you think is the measuring stick for everybody that's trying to catch up? Everybody's trying to catch up to Brady. So how is he trash? You don't have to like him. You don't have to like him as a person. But nah, he definitely ain't trash. I mean, you sitting up in here, you saying like, who is your favorite quarterback, Steven? I'm just curious. I know you probably, as a life jacket, you probably gonna say Joe Montana or somebody like that, because you sitting up in here saying Tom Brady is trash. I want to, or it's a bum. I want to know who your favorite quarterback is, because you're like you gotta have an extreme amount of hate for Tom Brady or something like that, or you really don't know the game of football, bro. For real. And there's some hardcore people that really can't stand Tom Brady, but they'll tell you, I'll take Tom Brady in his prime over pretty much every quarterback. The only one I probably wouldn't take him over, and I got to kind of cringe just a little bit, is either Joe Montana or Dan Marino. Troy Aikman. Yeah, that says a lot about your your football intellect, man. You said Troy Aikman. Troy Aikman, man, he had the playmaker. Troy Aikman had Novacek. Troy Aikman, and I know Tom Brady had Gronk. Troy Aikman had Emmitt Smith with a great, superior offensive line. That's what the car. Hell, y'all just lost Larry Allen, R.I.P. Matter of fact, Larry Allen got his hair cut at the barbershop that I go to. Yeah, like Aikman. Now I'm not gonna call Aikman no bum, but Aikman had a nigga. Aikman didn't have to do nothing. I was wondering why he got so many damn concussions. You really just said that? Tony Eaton? Well, Tony eating while he watching Tom Brady play. That's what his name is, Tony Eaton. Tony eating some snacks while he on the bench and shit. I'll be here talking about you got the nerve to compare him to Tom Brady to Troy Aikman. Now, if you would have said Dan Marino or Joe Montana or somebody like that, Bill and the Patriots no, he didn't. If the Patriots didn't draft Brady, what are you talking about? Brady was on the bench. Do you not forget that? The main quarterback was Drew Bledsoe. Drew Bledsoe got in there. And on top of that, what's his name? Bill Belichick wasn't that successful. Bill Belichick wasn't that successful when he was with the Cleveland Browns. He was somewhat successful in New York with the Giants. But don't forget, he was terrible as a coach with the Cleveland Browns. Go look it up. You gotta stop going by the media, regurgitating media talking points, man. That doesn't work on here. You're saying Brady is trash. Tell me why Brady is trash. Now, if you tell me, like how he played in certain situations and stuff like that, then you will have an argument. But overall, his career, do you know how many records he's hold? Nah, man. You got to do better than that, man. Troy Aikman, what on Troy Aikman's record or on his resume competes with Brady? Troy Aikman had Jimmy Jones, right? Jimmy Jones was known as a phenomenal coach. I guarantee you, if Tom Brady played up under Jimmy Jones, Jimmy Johnson. I'm sorry, Jimmy Johnson. Sorry about that. Not Jimmy Jones. Jimmy Johnson. He doesn't need to be. And Dan Marino wasn't. He doesn't need to be a rushing quarterback. That's the problem. Quarterback was not intended to be that way. The quarterback position was intended for you to play the pocket. If you needed to rush for the first down, you do it. If you got it, if you can run a little more, then that's fine or whatever. But you don't need to rush all the time. That's the problem, and that's what I give Pat Mahomes. Pat Mahomes can do both. Now, does he have terrible regular seasons? Yeah. But that's the thing. You're looking for style. Style is not going to get you wins. Yeah, he was a pocket passer. You know what I'm saying? He didn't need to be extremely fast. Yeah, but you had that spiral. You could catch somebody. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, you're looking for people to be Vic and RG3 and Lamar Jackson, Mahomes, stuff like that. CJ Stroud. CJ Stroud, he has a if you look at CJ Stroud and you look at Gordon for Green Bay, hell, you look at Khalid, you look at Caleb Williams. You look at guys like that. Those guys, they know how to play the pocket. Right. I don't need a quarterback to have a fancy bag or none of that other stuff. Like you trying to you want this guy to be look all pretty playing quarterback. Do you want guys to just put asses in the seat, or do you actually want to win a Vince Lombardi? You know what I'm saying? And as much as I hate this guy, Ben Roethlisberger, um, he wasn't, he wasn't all fast or anything like that, but he was strong. Uh, he's not top 10. And I like Vic too, but nah, he's not top 10. The guy, I like if okay, I understand where you're going, Stephen Green. My favorite, like my enjoyable quarterback to watch was Vince Young. If and he Vince Young had a combination. He could throw the lump like a Vince Young, Jameis Winston. You know what I'm saying? I know Jameis Winston. He hasn't panned out like we wanted him to, but those are the type of quarterbacks that I enjoy watching. Hey, Vince Young, if he would have played like he did when he was at Texas in the NFL, Vince Young would be arguably in the top 3 as a quarterback. And if he would have won, hands down, he would be the top quarterback. But he didn't pan out like that. But he played the prototypical style because he had a good balance, and he was so under control. That's the thing about Brady. He's under control. Does he get a little amp? Yeah. Mahomes, he could get a little crazy sometimes, but there's times when he's under control. The reason why I don't never put Peyton Manning in there because Peyton Manning was horrible in the postseason. Well, okay, so then why are you calling Tom Brady a bum? Lamar Jackson has a bag but no ring. He'll get there. I got faith in Lamar Jackson. You know what I'm saying? He froze up. He got further this year. He just got to do a little better, man. He ran into, on the stage of him going up against his arch rival in Pat Mahomes. Pat Mahomes, although he didn't do significantly better, that game was won on defense. But he's got to get better. Now he doesn't have any excuses because he got Derrick Henry. Some people see him as the top running back in the game. So, Lamar Jackson, you're right. He froze up, but it's a learning experience, and he'll get better. He's got a good running game now. No excuses. And they made some good. I think that Baltimore made some pretty decent moves in the offseason. Now, the last thing, man, Harbaugh on the hot seat. Um, no, I don't think Harbaugh is on the hot seat. A lot of people are saying that, but nah, he I think he's got a couple more years. Yeah, Harbaugh, he do got to realize, man, that Baltimore culture has been thriving, up under him. But Lamar Jackson, they've gotten better each season with Lamar Jackson. Now, a lot of people felt like he should have won that playoff game, but I mean, come on, man, Kansas City, man, they heat up. You're talking about the champs, bro. Like Kansas City, bro. Like that's not an easy task, man. With Andy Reid, is a Hall of Fame walking legend, man. I'll pick Russell over Justin. Nah, I can't do that. I got to give it to Justin Fields. Justin Fields, actually, Russell Westbrook. I mean, Russell Wilson has gotten hurt in training camp. He's already starting off bad. He's already starting off bad, man. And Justin Fields, because of his youth, I got to go with Justin Fields, man. I think Russell Wilson should be there just to mentor him and spill in the the intellect of the game and stuff like that. But as much as I like Russell Wilson, man, you're not going to be able to depend on him because he might end up getting hurt again. I mean, he had a respectable season with Denver, although Sean Payton and John Elway's racist ass wanna sit up there and try to downplay what he did. Yeah, I want Justin Fields there. It would be better for him to learn. And see, a lot of people disagree with this. I would try, like I was telling some of the Steelers fans. I felt like you going after a guy like uh, Trey Lance. It would have been. I would have did everything to go after Trey Lance because Trey Lance is just letting his talents rot over there in Dallas, and he's not getting no opportunity with all this Dak. This whole situation with Dak. Now, let me ask y'all a question. Who would y'all rather build y'all franchise around? Shaq or Wilt Chamberlain? Shaq or Wilt Chamberlain? Okay, y'all would rather have Wilt. I'm taking Wilt all day, man. And see, everybody's mentioning Kareem. Everybody's mentioning Bill Russell, of course. Um, but I'm taking Wilt Chamberlain uh, because of that what Ted just said just right now. The fact that he's playing both ends. I'm taking him because and he's durable. Shaq got hurt as much as Shaq did in the finals and was a three-time Finals MVP. Dominant force and all that other stuff. Shaq health was always in question, man. Shaq's health was always in question. You know what I'm saying? I know people are gonna come with this notion. Oh, okay. Well, what about his free throws and stuff like that? Um, Wilt Wilt wasn't the greatest, free throw shooter. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, if people want to talk about, oh yeah, he hit him with a count, that was the same thing with Wilt. Wilt hit him with a count too. And the reason why I was asking this is because there was a poll. Um, I forget who it was. Shout out to Before Kings. I think that's who posted it. But he asked who would I build around? I would build around Will Chamberlain, man. And I want people to understand this too. If if I'd have watched Wilt, I would have him as my starting center. The only reason I want to come with somebody that I actually had a chance to watch, coming up, because I watched I had an opportunity to watch MJ. I had an opportunity to watch Isaiah. I had an opportunity to watch D Rod. I had an opportunity to watch Larry Bird, and I had an opportunity to watch Hakeem. Those and those are the guys. But from the stuff that I've been hearing about Will Chamberlain and stuff like that, I would have had him at my starting center. It's no knock on Kareem, but Kareem Kareem had a dynamic point guard in Magic Johnson, but also Magic had Kareem. So I look at it from that standpoint. I know people gonna be like, well, Larry Bird had McHale and had Robert Parrish. But let's just be honest, man. Nobody. I mean, they look at McHale and Parrish, but some people don't mention Kevin McHale as one of the greatest power forwards ever. They don't. They don't look at him like that, even though he was, but they don't look at him like that. They don't look at Robert. They just look at Robert Parrish as a Hall of Famer. They don't look at him as no great dominant big man. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm still gonna take Bird. And if anything, you should be looking at a guy like DJ because DJ was the one that had the championship when he came over there from Seattle. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't know why anybody don't mention DJ. I'm talking about Dennis Johnson. God rest his soul. Yeah, he was the Finals MVP and everything, man. Like people forget about Dennis Johnson. It's a crying shame, man. That this guy don't get the credit that he truly deserves, man. But yeah, if I don't just mention McKell and Parrish or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I mentioned DJ. I mentioned Dennis Johnson, as they call him, Red. Red. I got people that actually knew Dennis Johnson. They used to call him Red. That's what they called him, Red. Coming in with the scary freckles. Boy looking like he done blew a pound of chronic before he stepped on the floor. You feel me? He probably hitting that chronic with Ted and stuff like that, man. He's like, man, come on, DJ, man, you know you got a game. He's like, man, I don't give a damn, man. Let me hit that motherfucker again. Yeah. Yep, against 88 Pistons, you know what I'm saying? And damn, they were playing against my all-time favorite point guard, and Isaiah Thomas, man. You know the announcers always go crazy. Havlicek steals the ball, and there's the steal by Bird. Yeah, man. So yeah, I'm taking Wilt all day, man. And like I said, I would have him in place of Wilt Chamberlain. I mean, have him in place of Hakeem Olajuwon, because of that. I really don't, like I told you. A lot of people trip out when I say this. I don't need my center to be a primary scorer. I need him to be, like I said, I need my big man. I play the old school way. You know what I'm saying? If you listen to a lot of the guys that are in the old school basketball, they'll tell you your center doesn't need to be a dominant force offensive wise. No, I want him to be a respectable scorer, but rim protection, as far as rim protection and as far as rebounding, yes, I definitely need that. That's what I want. That's definitely what I want. Hold on for a second, y'all. All right. Yeah, he led the league in assist. Yeah, he led the league in assists, man. I mean, they were both great playmakers. Shaq was a good playmaker. You know what I'm saying? Very slept on playmaker. Yeah, he was a good passer, man. I'm not gonna sit up here and act like Shaq wasn't a good passer because if you remember, him and Kobe had a good two man. They had like a good two man chemistry on the floor. Shaq's made some nice passes, man, even with Penny too. So I'm not gonna sit up here and downplay Shaq like he wasn't a good passer. Every guard that he played with, you know what I'm saying. He fed off of pretty good. They fed off good off of each other. Whether it was Wade or whether it was Hardaway, even though him and Hardaway they made it to the final, but they just couldn't get it done. And then of course with Kobe, but they had a good good chemistry on the floor, man. But Wilt was the to me he was the ultimate difference maker. Um, and that's a very good point that you brought up, Ted, man. As far as you don't see a lot of centers leading the league, leading the league in assists. You don't see that, man, and that's something that they don't talk about. Yeah, yeah. Like Jokic, like when it comes to like Jokic, that's why you appreciate a guy like a Jokic and Arvidas Sabonis. You appreciate guy even a DeMarcus Cousins. Um, Kareem was a good passing big man too. I think Kareem was a good passing big man too, man. He will find you. But Wilt, I mean, and it became more evident when he ended up going to the L.A. Lakers. you know, his playmaking ability, his defense, you know, his rebounding. I mean, his scoring was always, you know, he could score and everything like that, but he wanted to do other things. So that's why like I would rather build around a guy like Wilt. Now my second one, of course, would be Hakeem, but like I said, it don't take nothing away from Shaq. It's just that Shaq, as much as I like Shaq, Kobe saved his ass so many times, man. Especially in the regular season, man. And that's the knock on Shaq. Like in terms of his health, like he could not stay healthy. You know, he was always having to play himself into shape in the regular season. Everybody else was coming in ready. I know guys don't like hearing that, but that's, you know, it's the truth. A lot of people don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that, you know, Shaq had played himself into shape and he was always out of shape, and Kobe saved him. But it's the truth, man. It was the truth, and he did get lazy at times because Shaq would put on a lot of weight. You never heard about Wilt putting on a whole bunch of weight and coming in out of shape or anything like that. As a matter of fact, I know guys like Wilt and you know, Kevin Willis's, and I'm not trying to talk about on the same scale in terms of Kevin Willis being in that level or anything like that, but I'm talking about in terms of just being ready and being in shape. Iron Man, you know, they wanted to do things in the off season. Even Karl Malone, even though I don't necessarily respect his ass, you know, they would always do something to stay in the shape. I think Karl Malone was running in the hot sun. Yeah, Kevin Willis, man, he was hot, man. He was in great shape, man. That's another guy that I've seen in person too. I didn't get to meet him, but I seen him in person. I seen him play. Kevin Willis used to he used to play with the soldiers, man. He would play with the soldiers, man. He was a health nut too. He always stayed like doing something. You know, he always stayed in great condition. Nah, man, that's why he was. Yeah, like you ever seen those guys, man? Like Ted, you know what I'm saying? Like they play ball. They might not be the best scorer or any of that stuff, but they're like in tip top shape. Like they never get tired, and like they you know, they cut up and they rip and they strong. That's what Kevin Willis was. Anthony Mason too. Anthony Mason was all solid muscle. People think that Larry Johnson was all fat and stuff like that. Nah, he was all solid muscle. That's another guy that I saw him in person as a little kid, man. Like them guys was coming down like they was coming down with with like Ronnie Coleman biceps. Yeah, Zoe was another guy. He was in incredible shape. Even when he battled back from uh, his issue with the kidney issue, he still came back, battled back, was in tremendous shape. That's why all these excuses that a lot of guys make and stuff like that. Oh, I'm coming back from the off season. Like I don't blame the guys that go to the USA Olympic team. You know what I'm saying? That are staying in shape and stuff like that. My problem with the guys that go out there and they know that they have a ton of injury. They have a long injury history, and then next thing you know, you get to the regular season, and then you can't play because you get hurt. Yeah, I don't really know. I don't know about Jason Kidd, but I know the other guys that we mentioned, man, were. I mean, hell, even LeBron, Michael Jordan. Um, they have very low. Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman. These guys have extremely low body fat percentage. They said Jordan, Dennis Rodman, yeah, David Robinson, Jordan, Dennis Rodman, and Scottie Pippen. They used to compete on who could have the lowest body fat percentage. Like these guys were actually competing for that type of stuff. Like they would compete in everything. Like Dennis Rodman had said, they would compete who was going to win the. I think they had to run like so many laps around the whole entire, during when they were in the United Center or whatever. They had to run so many laps around there. Yeah, man, but yeah, I'm taking Wilt Chamberlain, man, all day, man. On top of that, I just can see Wilt Chamberlain, like if he was alive, and let's say he was in his 20s or something like that, he would probably be competing in the Olympics. Matter of fact, I don't know. Does anybody know this? Because I don't know this. I don't want to sit up here and try to act like I know. But did Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain, did they compete in the Olympics back then? I know they competed in college, like in terms of track and field. But did they compete in the Olympics? Man, Ted, you kind of like me, man. I Your in shape is kind of like me. I don't blame you for because earlier you told me like three separate occasions that Bud was not in shape. So I was like, damn, you must want Terrence Crawford to go out there like Manny Pacquiao or something like that, like in MMA shape or something. Yeah, I'm kind of that way myself too. You like never getting tired. Like stamina is just through the roof. Like your hands should not be on your knees at any point of the game. Come on, what are you doing? Straight to the point, y'all. I'm out.